Yo, so recently in my last video, I questioned why some black women would praise this outfit by Usher, but then be mad about black men wearing suits, right? And MC Shan had some words for his choice of outfit. Let's go to Forgotten Kings for the video.
So, one time for your mind, two time for your soul. I know this is some old, but I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall and see how much convincing that they would have had to do to get Usher in that skirt and that secretary jacket and that hat that looked like Jiffy Pop. That just like a pop. You guys ever seen Jiffy Pop? When I was a kid, we used to put this shit on the stove and big aluminum foil. That's what your hat looked like. And I could wonder, I wish I was a fly on the wall. First they start coming out with their, the rich, if they get fucking stylish. And
they get stylish. He ain't lying though.
So the stylist probably came out with some pants and then the skirt came out. This'll look really nice on you, Usher. How much convincing did it take to get again a skirt and a secretary going work jacket and a Jiffy Pop hat? I mean, to each his own, but there's just certain boundaries that shouldn't be crossed. A grown man, okay, at your age, you should know that skirts are for women. Thank you very much. It's your man Shizzle with the early morning shenanigans with a whistle. It's your man Shizzle. Nothing standing between you and success but air and opportunity. And when you finally do reach success, tell your stylist to kiss you and they pop a skirt up in a secretary jacket.
Yo, so don't let MC Shan's delivery deter you from what the actual message of what he's saying is, because we know a lot of y'all in certain communities get touchy when it comes to this type of talk. Now, for those of y'all that want to wear dresses, do you? But I do gotta ask y'all in the community: can we keep it a buck? Is there some type of pattern to this, or is this just coinky dink, or is this just Usher just want to do this out of, you know what I'm saying? Is MC Shan tripping, or is it some type of pattern and agenda to this? Like video I did yesterday. A bunch of black men and black women conference networking event, right? They feed the needy, they're mentoring kids. Black men were suited up in suits, about 100 black men standing there in suits with their sons and everything. A good amount of black women had a problem with this, along with the community, right? What's wrong? What's so good about all these black men wearing suits? Y'all swear y'all doing something. But they were praising Usher in this skirt or kilt, whatever, right? Come on, we got to be real about this there. Is there some type of agenda to this? Because if it was 100 black men standing there shooting a video with 100 guns, women twerking on cars, it would have been no problem with it, right? We remember Dave Chappelle when they just out of the blue offered him to wear a dress in this movie when he was gaining fame. He was talking to Oprah. He's like, I don't want to wear the dress. They like, you should wear the dress. I don't want to wear the dress. You should wear the dress. It would be funny. I don't think it would be funny. It's kind of hacky, right? All right, you ain't got to do it, Dave. And shout out to Rap Talk Poetry, because as soon as I'm finishing my video yesterday, here comes his video, and he's talking about how the timing of this is so much of a coinky dink. Like,
Usher about what Usher has been in the game all these years. I mean, okay, well, Usher done got that phone call. Like, okay, come on, let's I mean, I'm talking without talking, but y'all know what I'm saying. Usher done some higher ups and got in his ear like, okay, we got this Super Bowl thing going down. We done already put you down for that. We about to introduce you to a couple more people, do a couple of more things, get you around some more elites, and then bam, here come a photo with Usher with a skirt on. Usher don't need this. I mean, even if this is for shock value, Usher don't even need this right now in his career.
I saw him with Rap Talk. I mean, it wasn't no coinky dink that this dress or kilt or whatever showed up at Usher's dressing room at the last minute. But why did he feel the need that he had to go with it? Listen, love Usher's music, hate his music, however you feel about him or his music. He did not have to bend to this. He got too many hits. And furthermore, you've never done this all your career. Why now do you feel like you need to further your career just because they gave you the Super Bowl or whatever, right? But it's all agendas wrapped up into this. I feel like it was a feminist agenda reason he even got the Super Bowl, because all these women jumped on that Kiki Palmer thing to tell men, oh, you can't police our body, you can't tell us what to wear, even though we in a committed relationship with you, and you can't tell us not to go grind on somebody's leg in a show. Like, you supposed to be papoose while your woman Remy Ma goes out butt naked in a see-through outfit, right? And you supposed to be cool with that. But the reality is, she advertising. And somebody bought into what she advertised, and we see that their relationship is broken right now because of how she was carrying herself. So it was a feminist agenda, to me, that even pushed him to get that. But then once he got it, now the dress shows up. Like, come on, man. It's just too much of an agenda wrapped up here that we can see. And I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I'm just asking community, like just pay attention to what's there, and don't try to act like we crazy for acknowledging it. Like, Tariq Nasheed has some words for Usher and Jimmy Butler. I don't know if you've seen Jimmy Butler lately, but let's tune into that real quick.
See Jimmy Butler. He plays for the Heat. This dude showed up with a Dominican blowout. This dude had pierced lips, a pierced nose, eyebrow piercing, and a Dominican silk press. What happened to this dude? And he's going for a new look. I'm telling y'all, the buck breaking is real. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com. See, the white supremacists were very upset when I did the movie Buck Breaking because, you know, we tapped into something that they've been doing for centuries. Family, I can't reiterate enough that buck breaking is real to emasculate big, muscular, athletic black men. That's been a practice in white supremacist society for a long time. I really want y'all to study the movie Buck Breaking. Go to buckbreakingmovie.com. That's a very heavy movie that y'all need to peep out, and we break down the history of this. That's so real. This is such a real thing, man. And there's always this ritualistic emasculization of a black man. I just saw our brother Usher. I love Usher. Usher was up here modeling a dress because they just announced Usher's going to be performing on the Super Bowl. That's the biggest stage in the world. And right after they announced that, he's taking pictures in a dress. They got to make sure that if we put your image out there for the entire world to see, we want the image of a black man to be out there with some dresses on. We got to make sure you got a couple of dresses on if your image is going to go out there. I wish our brother Usher did not do that. I wish he had not have done that. I really wish our brothers stopped doing that bull. Stop letting these people put y'all in positions like that. You got enough paper. I know Usher, his show up in Vegas is phenomenal. Usher should be making $1 gazillion up there in Vegas. You don't really need the money to do all that stuff.
And so now that you've heard Tariq Nasheed's point on this, pay attention to Oshay Duke Jackson's point that he's about to make right here.
So guys, you heard what he had to say. Now, I want to just preface my opinion by asking you. I know some guys will say, well, Oshay, that's Jimmy Butler. That's just what he does. Why are you guys trying to make it a black thing? All of that. Okay, fine. Let me ask you this, because the league has plenty of white players. The NBA is more international than ever. Where are the European players doing this? Where are the Caucasian American players doing this? Or some of the African brothers in the NBA doing this? I'm going to tell you, they don't exist. He mentioned Usher, who was wearing, a skirt the other day, after being announced he's performing for the Super Bowl. You see the same thing with Russell Westbrook. And I don't know what it is, right? These black men are out here looking so feminine. And again, this is what I hate to say this, but this is what the agenda is. You just don't see in these other places, Russian men, Polish men. And I'm going to tell you, I lived in Europe. As metrosexual, if you will, that as Europe can be, guys are, dressed very, more modern, more professional, if you will, things like that, can be more of a boyish look, people in Europe in particular. I have never seen any European athletes look like this. Never.
I'm just saying, it's a great point, especially as far as the NBA. It only seems to be the black players that are getting in the mix like this, right? Even Stephen A. Smith was very surprised at Jimmy Butler's look. Like, this is what he had to say.
This guy's out here trying to win a chip. Dame wants to come to Miami. And where is he? Milwaukee. So this is how he's feeling.
Oh my God! I mean, what the hell is that show on Showtime? P something. What's the name of that show?
I don't have
P
to
Valley. That show? Huh? P Valley with that. I mean, I know that's not Jimmy, but my point is that's the look. I don't know about all that. I will say this.
Very shocked, to say the least. And so, like, listen, man. I know Jimmy was trying to run this as a joke, emo, because he was emotional that Dame Lillard ended up going to the Milwaukee Bucks instead of coming to the Heat. He missed out on a lot of people, but to take the joke to this length, I don't even know if y'all noticed in the press conference or where he had his nails painted. I don't know about it, bro. But we gotta admit, like, just the community. Like, come on, we gotta admit some of this stuff. Not gonna say everything that happens is all agendalized and everything, but some of this stuff is very questionable as far as the timing of it, the placement of it, and how it happens. Like, you just don't expect it from some people. Like, one thing threw me and my homeboy was talking yesterday about Coach Prime. We love Coach Prime and what he did at Jackson State and what he doing at Colorado. Even though he got 2 losses at Colorado, it was good, well, the one game was a good game, USC game. But it's like a video popped up of Coach Prime from 2015 singing like a virgin in a dress on some singing show. And it was just like, as a man of God, like, what would make you do this? I was very confused and disappointed when I saw it. Like, I know Prime is a confident guy. We all love what he's doing, but it goes back to the thing of, like, you have to question the motive of what's happening behind the scenes that would make people all of a sudden out of nowhere want to do this. And we know back in the day, we all laughed at Martin and Shanae and this, that, and the other, and Jamie Foxx with the Wanda and all, And it makes you wonder, should we have been laughing? But sometimes, things was like, it's funny, whatever, right? Because Martin definitely had us dying laughing over this, right? But it still begs to believe, because, like, his co-star in the Big Mama movie, when they had him dress up in a dress, after that, he was very distraught and disappointed that he took that route, because he understood it was some type of agenda attached to that. You know what I'm saying? So we got to acknowledge what's being played out in the background, even if you may not want to really peek behind the veil. You got to acknowledge that some of this stuff is iffy, and that's to say the least. But it's your boy P Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.